Hello everybody, my name is Mason. Welcome back to another episode of Trailmakers Stranded in Space. Oh, Larry? You alright there, Larry? Help me! Sorry for that very odd and wacky intro. That was just an idea from Larry. Oh, it wasn't my idea, it was yours! No, it was yours. Stop lying to the audience! Nah, I'm evil. No! So you all know how I gave him the ability to jump? Well... yeah, I made it so that his jumps are much higher now. I did this with, how I did this is, basically, I reversed the speed of the pistons, so I made it negative 100, and then I just made 1, so the piston contract when I press 1, and that'll expand the piston since the speed is reversed, and for some reason it makes the pistons go much faster. It's the exact same as, like, positive 100, but for some reason this is just so much faster. I'm pretty sure it's a glitch, but I don't know if the devs will be patching it anytime soon, but it's whatever. Let's get this smart cannon. Yay, smart cannon! But I don't know if I'll be actually able to, like, get it anywhere. Like, get it to one of those salvage drones, so maybe I'll come back later in this series and get it. I do see something I can get, however. You know what that is?
Money.
I think I see another salvage over there, although that might just be more money. Speaking of money...
Money.
You know, now that I think about it, what would I need the smart cannon for? It's not like there's botnacks in Stranded Space. Right? Let's see what this is. Large pontoon? Yo. See how that floating island is like in front of the moon? It's like a solar eclipse. Which is completely inaccurate to how a solar eclipse is, but whatever. Alright, let's get the large pontoon. Yay! I wonder if we'll ever get the small pontoon. Not sure though. Ouch. Let's get this little bug thing. Okay, so for some reason I chased down the bug thing and it just disappeared. That's odd. Anyway, let's go to these two caves. Although I'm pretty sure I already went to that one, so let's go to that one over there. I'll be very excited when I get more power cores so I can add more water propellers to this thing, cause Larry, I hate to break it to you, but even though you're a lobster, you're kinda slow in the water. Alright, let's head in the spooky cave. Oh, that got dark fast. Wait a minute. I went back to where I was. I went from over here, and then went over here. You know, I think I could try and head, like, over here where these salvages are. So yeah, I'll see you guys there. If anyone watching this has played Trailmakers before, do any of you watching, like, have any good ideas for, like, builds? Because I would like to hear any ideas you have. Okay, so I really would not like to do this, but I have an idea. Okay, never mind. So I tried making a really long stick with a seat on it to get up there, but I think I'm just gonna try and get up to that recovery drone over there. So I'll see you there. I'm not sure about it, but will I be able to make it up to that recovery drone with just Larry by himself, like with the jumping? I doubt I will, but I can always try. Let's do it now. I get the height, but I don't get the speed to do it. I'm surprised I didn't lose life there. Come on, come on! Nope. Alright, let's do this. No, it didn't work. And I died. I'm pretty sure there's 2 salvages on top of these 2 rocks, so let's try the big stick strat again. Alright, let's try this again for the billionth time. I don't know how I did this, but somehow I'm under the map. Let's teleport back. You know, let's try something different than the large pole strat. Let's try something different. So I technically have flight now. Oh. Alright, now that I got Larry and I can technically fly, we should finally be able to get these salvages. Or at least get to a higher point. You know why? Because I'm smart. Yes! I am the GOAT. I am the GOAT. I am the GOAT of all. What do we need these weapons for? Actually, what would we need these weapons for? I have no idea. Wee-hee! No, please. Okay, thank goodness it didn't roll away. I'm just confused as to why we need these weapons. Like, actually, why would we need them? I'm pretty sure there's no botnacks in Stranded in Space. Unless there's some kind of, like, super mega final boss. Alright, let's finally get the large cannon. Yay! Now the salvage drone is active, so it can actually get to a higher point. Yay! Now let's get both of those salvagers over there. You know, this actually gave me a new idea. What if I made some kind of jetpack? Like an actually stable with landing gear or something like that jetpack. I think I'd need something like an operator seat, but I should make like a jetpack of some sort. I think that'd be cool. Yay! Oh, racing wheel? But there's no concrete here. There's no concrete or metal here, so I don't know why we'd need that, but nice to have still. Whoa. Okay, I have an idea. So since we can't pick up things with the jetpack, and we can pick up things with Larry, but we can't, like, fly with Larry, what if do Frankenstein's monster? Alright, so I removed Larry's legs, but I made him so much more. But never mind, I can't control him. Yeah, the pitch controls are way too little sensitivity. I really can't pitch with him at all. Yeah, never mind, this isn't going to work. Okay, I have an idea. What if I make a ramp for Larry that can get up to there? It'd be big, but it should hopefully work. Okay, I thought about it for like 2 seconds. The ramp idea is not going to work. And now there's 2 Larrys. Okay then. You think if I teleport to one of the salvage drones with like the salvage, do you think it'll work? Nope. I think I'm gonna take this all the way over to that salvage drone, so I'll meet you there. Okay, I know I didn't move at all, but I didn't know there was a salvage on top of there, so maybe we'll get that. Well, I'm glad this works, and I'm glad Larry's keeping a very strong hold of the racing wheel. Ain't that right, Larry? Yeah. We were right there. We were right there. Alright, I'll see you guys in a few years. We finally got the racing wheel back in our grasp. But before we actually take it back to that recovery drone, I'm just gonna give Larry some more water power. Please don't roll away from me, racing wheel. Alright, let's hope we can actually make it to the recovery drone and not drop it right before we get it. Alright, we're almost back at the salvage drone. So let's hope we can get it. Yes! Yes! Okay, well, we're not entirely out of it now, but we're mostly out of it. Finally, that took so long. How did that kill me? Yay, more money! Money! Yay, money. Is that what I think it is? More money? Money, money, money! So, with my jetpack, I got up here. Got up top, the turkey leg, chicken wing. And I found a power core. Let's go! Let's get this power core finally. Yay! Uh-oh. Alright, let's get this power core. But what will we choose? Will we want to be faster on land or faster on water? I think we should be faster on land. Because most...
This power core is required for your spaceship.
42%? We're almost halfway already. Wowza. Anyway, I think we should do another Bulldog engine. So it can get to places faster on land. Anyway. Alright, let's get this power core. Not power core, salvage. Oh wow, there's a lot here. Let's get all of these. Cylinder 1x1x2? Based. The fall damage in this game is questionable. What? Alright, we got more money, and we got a cylinder 1x1x2. This is great. Okay, never mind. I don't think we're gonna be able to get the cylinder 1x1x2 until either A, we can fly while being able to... Wait. I just had an idea. So, remember earlier when I tried to combine the jetpack and Larry? And it didn't work? What if I give Larry's claws to the jetpack? Alright, let's do this. I just remembered I'm not able to grab these medium-sized salvages with Larry's claws, so yeah, there is no hope. Alright, so we're gonna leave this salvage here until we possibly get the, tractor beam. And, what is it? Be able to fly. But, for now, I don't think we're gonna be able to get that. So, yeah. Yay, money. Money. I think any salvages that I'm not able to get, I'll just, like, roll, like, down over there. Oh, hey, there's a cave in there. Hey, let's get that salvage up there. Well, roll it down. Go-kart wheel? Alright. Alright. We got the salvage, rolled down from that cliff. So let's just roll it down this big cliff. This is Sparta! Metal crate dispenser? Why would I need that? No! Well, at least I can take it down to that recovery drone. I think I could have put, like, the go-kart wheel salvage in, like, to this recovery drone, but, like, it's whatever. Yay! There's another one here, and another one over there. Yay, another power core! Wonder if we'll ever get like a raw dragon engine. Yay!
This power core is required for your spaceship.
Now that's lava down there, so we want to be careful. See what this is. Tank cannon? Why do we need all these weapons? It doesn't seem like we need these weapons. Like, it's not like there's botnacks here. That's lava. Ouch. Why am I breaking? Alright, let's get the tank cannon. I don't know why we're getting all these weapons, though. Yay, tank cannon unlocked! Let's get this money.
Money.
See another recovery drone over there, so let's go over to that. Wait, no, go get on the wall. And now I'm being cooked. I cook so hard, I cooked myself. Yay! Got the money up here. Is that a salvage down there? Crazy sauce. There's more salvages around here. Oh, hey, whales. That's the void. That's terrifying. So, thank goodness, no. Is this a volcano? There's a lot of lava around here, so, one question, is this a volcano? Oh, hey, there's a salvage there. Oh my god, I think it's a volcano. Yep, it's a volcano! It's a volcano, alright. Bring marshmallows. Enter the volcano. Alright. Wait. Ah! Dragon jet! Oops. Okay, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to get the, dragon jet in the volcano. But I will get this, gold thing by it. Like, on the, edge of the volcano. What do you mean there's not enough room? There's enough room. Alright, let's get this money, and then that money over there. Yay! Let's see what's, like, over there. What?! I crushed myself to death! Alright, we got this money. Let's see what these, salvages up here are. Modular wing? I'm gonna be able to fly, yo! Although I still don't have the, tractor beam, so I think I'll save that there, but I really hope I get the, tractor beam soon. Can't be too far. Let's see what this salvage is. Snowball dispenser? I don't need that. Like, it's good for 100% completion, but I don't need that. I don't need a snowball dispenser. Let's see what that salvage is. Drag racing wheel? RuPaul's Drag Race?
Yay!
What's this? Oh, power cord. That's a very small salvage. What the? Explosive salvage? Find the tractor beam to handle this explosive item? Well, I didn't know that if I touch this, I would just blow up. So yeah, that was like a jump scare. Wow, there's a lot of salvages here. Small ski. Don't need that. It's good to have. Heavyweight block. Okay. Let's see what this one is. Wedge 2x1? That's pretty good. If you're wondering why I'm not getting like any of the salvages, I'm just like curious as to like if the tractor beam is like anywhere around here. Ooh, grid block 1x4? So I know this is an explosive salvage, but let's see what this one is. Cone 2x2x1. Grid block 1x2. Okay, I think I'm gonna like so before I end the video, I've had some more builds to show off. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. But anyway, the reason I'm not getting any of these salvages is because I'm just curious as to if the tractor beam is anywhere around here. So I guess in the next Stranded Space episode, I'll get all of these salvages. It'll probably take a while, but I'll get them. But anyway, yeah. Let's check out the builds. Anyway, before I show the builds, I apologize for the last video and maybe this video as well for being kind of sloppy. I apologize for the lesser quality in these past two videos, but yeah, let's just get into it. So this one I made is an excavator. I'm really proud of how this build looks, and I'm especially proud of the first person view. So in the first person view, if I use Q or E to rotate the house, as you can see, it gives me a visual indicator and a audio indicator. And if I lower and raise the boom arm, it also gives me an indicator. So WASD to move, obviously. Shift and control to raise and lower the boom arm. Q and E to move the house side to side. Z for moving the boom arm, and X for moving it back in. 2 for the camera block, so when you reverse, you can see behind you, and there's also a beep. 3 is for the lights, and 4 is for the door. Bars. And left and right click are for moving around the bucket. So yeah, that's the excavator. This one is very similar to the excavator. This is a trench digging machine. It's basically the same thing, but instead of a bucket, it just has a giant drill on the top. So most of the controls are the same, except left and right arrow are for moving around the drill, up and down arrow are for moving up and down the head, and Z and X are for moving the drill itself. So yeah, that's the trench digging machine. So this one, you probably will recognize. It's from my challenge video. So yeah, if you want to check that out, it's on my channel. Anyway, I've updated it a little bit. So I've got some horizontal and vertical stabilizers in it. I've got some extra space thrusters. And if I use left and right click, I can pitch up or down. Now I just want to make this clear, this thing cannot fly, it can only glide. So yeah, I'm not breaking any rules here. But yeah, that's the upgraded flying car. Like gliding, sorry. So this one is not my build. I just rebuilt it from Yzuei's video, so if you want the original build itself, please check out Yzuei's video. But anyway, I had rebuilt Yzuei's model of this, and WSD to move. You can also reverse. Spacebar to jump. Control and shift to raise and lower the talons. E and Q for wagging the tail. 1 for raising the head, 2 for lowering the head. Not the head, the neck. E for lowering the head. Looks like I'm the headless dino rider. Well then. Anyway, 3 for lowering the head, and 4 for raising the head. 5 for opening the mouth, and 6 for closing it. And Alt for to make it roar. Now the roaring part wasn't in Yzuei's original model. I just added that in because why not? But yeah, so this one is a similar model to the original one. This is a fire dino I made. Unfortunately, I don't have the Packing Heat DLC, although I will hopefully be getting it for Christmas from my dad. Dad, if you're watching, thank you. But anyway, yeah, it's pretty much all the same controls. If you're wondering what Eco is for, it's just for turning on the rocket thrusters as that little like butane thing at the end of flamethrowers. I'll put an image up on screen. But yeah, that's the fire dino. This one I made is a water dino. And instead of using space for the propellers, instead of using space to jump, it uses space for the propellers. And jump is forgot what. I'm pretty sure jump is Alt, but no, it's T apparently. Yeah, okay, it's T. It's pretty much all the same controls. It just has torpedoes on the front, and I made it buoyant in water. So yeah, that's the water dino. So these 4 dinos that I'm showing right now, again, aren't mine. These are from Yzuei's video again. This one, which is made by Yzuei himself, is the Robo Dino. This one was made by, I think, PSI. This one was... I'm not sure if I'm remembering them correctly, but I think this was WTS. And then, this... I forgot who was all in the video, so I think this one was made by Khan. But yeah, I just rebuilt them. They're not entirely accurate to the original models, but yeah. This one I made, which isn't actually finished, is a Eastern Diamondback Rattlesnake. It's not finished, and it's not entirely accurate, but I tried to make it as accurate as possible. I'll put an image up on screen of what it looks like in real life. But the main thing is, it can go in water, on land obviously, and if I pitch up, have to turn on the gyro stabilizers. If I pitch up, it can fly. So no matter where you are, not safe from the giant Eastern Diamondback Rattlesnake. So I think some very little few people will know who this character is. This is the imperfect form. This is the imperfect form of the vengeful heart vendor from Minecraft Dungeons. Very proud of this one. It also uses the same logic system that the dinos use to move around. Yeah, I quite am proud of how this one behaves and works. You're all going to be very excited by what you're about to see. This is the perfect form. Technically, it only has 3 legs because, you know, complexity. I'm hoping for Christmas I can get the Space Voyager pack, so I can get the glowing decals and don't have to use these ink blocks, and also just get texture packs for the glowing decals themselves. The glowing texture. Anyway, WASD to move, E and Q rotating the first rotating servo, 1 and 2 for the second, 3 and 4 for the third, 5 and 6 for the fourth, and 7 and 8 for the fifth. So yeah, that's the perfect form. I think some of you might recognize this next one. Oops. The light of God. Gleam himself. Or herself. Or themself. Whatever they are. The light of God themselves. So WASD to move, spacebar for going up, control for going down, has a built-in hover system. 1 and 2, 1 is for the gyro stabilizers, and 2 is for the hover system itself. And left click is to reference that one attack they can do. I'll put it up on screen. Yeah, I'm quite proud of how Gleam looks. But anyway, that's the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Again, I apologize if it's not very good, but yeah, have a good rest of your day. Bye!